I've got a couple of General Hayden quotes in here. And I had the opportunity to work with him when he joined Chertoff Group, and he just has, I think, some fantastic metaphors for what's going on in cyberspace. I think the one he used Saturday was a global free fire zone, which is really what we're operating in today. Everyone is shooting everywhere. We've got attacks coming from within our own country, from machines that are co-opted, machines coming from outside the country. And you've got a situation where critical infrastructure, as defined by the government, is almost entirely owned by the private sector. So how do we deal with situations where our national critical infrastructure is owned by and operated by civilians and unable to defend itself? It proves very difficult to retain the top cybersecurity talent in the world in government permanently because it's simply too lucrative in the private sector. And I have immense respect for those who make a sacrifice to wear a blue badge or wear a uniform. They take a lot of risk, they take a massive pay cut as compared to what they can do in the private sector, and they are granted special authorities to defend our country. Conversely, my opinion is that the government should not necessarily be in the software business, and the private sector has indicated, shown improvement over years that they're effective in the software business. And so I think we have a couple options on how to engage private sector and government cooperatively to deal with threats. And I did some history work, which is normally outside of I'm a techie, which is outside of my work. But I looked at the nationalization of the railroads in 1919 by President Wilson. He basically said, look, I'm taking over because you guys aren't doing a good enough job to support the war effort. And so we've got a history of either nationalization, conscription. Neither of those, I think, techniques would be entirely effective. Conscripting literally meaning drafting cybersecurity experts from Wall Street to go work at Cyber Command. But I think there's an intermediary concept of public and private partnership, whether it be a militia or a cyber national guard, where the government can grant these authorities to vetted individuals to help them in case of cyber attack. And it's really a hybrid model. Again, this is my personal view, but we've got to have some way to create risk and consequences for bad actors on the internet, and we really have no capabilities, or very limited capabilities today.